interestingly, remember baby also ma be ebu omo kwase apparently omo ne tena ye e na omo breye oba no hu safe de okọ China okọ Dubai ba na sika aba mu no oba no pese ode so ebe no ebi wo kọ wetu eja be ma no akọtena airport hill e na ono nkwan enjoy sika na be ma ne bre be ma no so for so case ma me say me sha say full so because who go fam e na mo de eje na je case no court a na yenya case a obi ahweso no so obi ni obi tena na so mo ye japade boma by force se chenchene japade no ma ya bom no e wo mo mienu dia
Debbie emrane ni say presumption me who said I make a presumption with you but presumption ni say property na and japade no ma ye na mo mienu nyina ade that's the presumption and so to say there are instances one party betimi show say e be the other party no bo akakra ba wo hwa me hu ekomu no eso kra say no such that o ka say o chemu 50-50 sa no webu me kwase because e bia na me e bia on pa no to gate pe dan na aka nyina from asase to bibia me na me ye inti court na ka say omo sesa presumption say once I'm more acquire property during the subsistence of my mutimi chemu 50-50 na emum omo be kono on equitable basis inti under the circumstances what is fair why na the contribution do so pa that is the position of AJ and AJ the court in Ekano we be sure AJ and AJ na ba ko ka say oba ne ka say
on ehwe nkola no
on ehwe nkola on e bibia ena dino credit baby credit also no ko fa na so for mo ko bom pai wo plot ni so ena papa ne so ba ena papa ne say me ko gi loan document ni mra me ko gi loan na okra me hia o besi na me gusu tua loan unim loan ni ho hwe intended the circumstance court ne ka say there be say ye ka say omo nchemu 50-50 na che say enye fair enye equitable inti rather no ye be ma oba no compensation papa hwe ti o ye be ma oba no compensation papa say ye be ka say dan on fa bi na no fa 50-50 ne de court ne say there be enye ne santi whatever happens no when it comes to property that's acquired during the subsistence of the marriage na ye be share substantial contribution ye be also share equality is equity principle what is fair under the circumstances in a nutshell no, that is what AJ seeks to establish.
Okay. A good text say enye by force say no court make say 50-50 our jay japade 50-50 the fata the say
the fata the say
pepe
yes
okay ofoi every US na the moment upon kano kofo bebe say Ghana ya yes abrochire o sa na mabrochire also equity no mo dey aduma say the fata the sema nipa no mo dey na say also 50-50.
Well, certainly no adenia mamesa po eka no yen hanum no kra yen hanum so sa no equity. What is fairness near fata, even though in Pempi, our for Becca say okay and yen 50-50 now so no ebia we share situation no more ebia na obano krampo anase obema no obaku efifi ho dadada.
Okay.
Ebia na o mafifi ho dadada inti no situations bi o hodma situation bi are different. Yan fan say our for omejai our be say 10-15 years ago. Yan fan say oba no efifi ho but obema no da so ti ho. Or da so ti fi no mo. Until a do point ebia oba ne say well still I don't begin that so ifi no so. So utimu. Until for the past 10 years ebia obema na wa maintaining ifi na. Until no say what they call court to say okay the yen ton a yen tumu nchemu 50-50. Esan say for the past 10 years, who are won't if you honor? Maybe not maintaining if you know repairs and only mortgage, any bibia, me and my bibia. Ain't you know, say check 50-50, and I say, oh no, where's see me? So, where's see me in the sense they say for the past 10 years, no, oh, yeah, won't she? Ain't you know, say a toner say check 50-50, dear, and I say, maybe more me who are packodimu. It is a sanity dear near. The law of equity and as an equitable distribution is say okay any maybe expenses are ABR for the past 10 years are only honor maintenance, any repairs, any mortgage, no man may treat you any no. And the family 1/2 a mammy.
Okay.
Family share a mammy. Sunday bear me who enco dim bebre because I can also suit if you are. Na say also pay half there. And the baby expenses are made my spending now and the two half.
Okay.
So, ain't you know, so what don't feel it there and the expenses no may no instead of a betchy moon 50-50 no may no may credit for maintenance and other expenses I may must spend on your behalf no. It's you know 50-50 bill, but may no make more than your share, which is the fairness no.
Okay. Like I say, I say Ghana there. I'm person a movie I only call slightly baby because they say po we are saying they are focus a global village no. A global village. I ketwa your Ghana for be brea from Nkrankosi Savlugu. Nebusu any biti abroche. Nebusu any biti baby. Inti aware na as I say abana. Who they can say which social media warrior be manity abroche or banity Ghana and or banity abroche wait here and I be almost Ghana or to go school. We are have a big brain to a better side, no power. Yeah, Ghana for baby, a wire or Ghana, or my wire America, or my wire or Ghana, or my son wire UK, or my wire or Ghana, or my wire or Germany. It's because who say if you are a fit to be a bad no, be if you are we are not power, but no my butcher. But Lama Miss upon before I back on some patrol chamber, must say a J and a JD. Nanka a cotton baby really any difference and car, my many buy na enye loan na papa ne gye but na maame ne ba na papa na to na sase a wo si ni daya nka the case have been different say na onye loan na
only loan it could have been different. Probably the court would have ordered say the woman should have a percentage. It may not necessarily have been 50-50, but then we would have gone back to the principle say onenatna. So the woman has contributed substantially. Woman a peace of mind to be able to even build any other washenema. I'm an omo 2 children, washen kwalai omako school, any other, especially in the instance where the woman is a housewife. In the court may have said, say, only entitled to 50%, but you're entitled to a percent.
Okay. Oh, la Miss Apo, you know. Internet, I am not so dear of batch also.
The court may have said, so you may not be entitled to 50%, but for the contribution now, I know. Again, we go back to equity. What is fair and reasonable under the circumstances?
But also.
Yes, no. So, that's what I'm saying. So it could have been different, assuming say, yes, my mini buy na a papa na tone dine, but maybe not papa see dine. If the woman can show by some evidence, say, oh, me buana say because me to baby, and now say me can be man a peace of mind near there, and can court and Becca say, okay, yeah, man a percentage of the value. In TBA, yen value property, say the woman is entitled to 20% in TBA, papa buy her out. And now, some portions and rooms be an baby to occupy. It could have been different.
Okay.
And a JN has not moved from joint property and how it is distributed. But then we look at every point in time, the fairness and the justice of the situation.
The court Becca says substantial contribution. So I'm a peace of mind. On that, what you Korano, you bet me I can say substantial contribution. What of blocks? Substantial contribution.
Substantial contribution is not necessarily finances.
Okay.
Substantial contribution is different from financial contribution.
Okay.
There are instances that about 20-30 years, maybe now a housewife. But as I said, no, because of Papa needs me arise it, even in his career, you have contributed substantially, and so you are entitled to a percentage. And you see, you realize that now most women and my baby in shed and co school near chi. And my dear say yes, support ye kunum. On body or shem colana, bear man in so. Now, if you're almost not memani sisi mano. Bear money to me qua, could baby now fade or conya slay queen be an avianueja. We're jamming anyway. Onya me type you, we're jamming me while by 1 in about 30 years. No, we're jamming to cotton town on Casa Debbie. Let's look at most of the time is a loss when you look at what happens in your locality. So let's make the laws more practical. Let's localize the laws. What usually happens in Ghana, so that such women who may even form the majority would then have a recourse. When we na court ni yen sa nti wo de otimi any oba ne ware 30 years so wan ko school no hwe ma bibia ma wa uja ne hokofa slay queen a ye beka say oba ne entitled to property ni bi.
Yeah. And
so that was the rationale.
It's fair, it's just,
exactly,
it's equitable.
So, right.
Because 30 years now, we jama, I mean, I be a 5. A crescent a boy, Bobby, I done socks. Now, why then go fan? I'll be wasting it away. You make him market. So, run a cow crowd, be a one, sorry, cover because I'm the old. Until one form of value come from now, also,
right.
If you go for substantial contribution in this area because Ghana for now, more catch me say, Abroche the more Diane, the more yes, I know. Or the own Uberman, what ye, or Banson, no ye, because a man or two, or more Juma pan, the uncle school crown, maybe your year Juma cleaning, living near the into Ghana substantial contribution, a bit more on my brooch.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, say about to say Ibia our Jaya so say our Jaya Bemwa. That's a quarter. So Sanya Yekano, there has been there may be a situation where Mowari or Bemano na Apple School, Intino Obano so Tifi, when your education bia one kone nimbia, Intino Ebedu 10 business our Jaya Abemwa. Okay, now Obano on to me or no quite to me engine and also a fase a juma yemu a fase ni education mu a fase I mean no my say or yeah or no one can sound a bit to me engine and also say well me sorry I did aqua juma me also so me yeah I'm receiving my own income so ain't you know those years Obano so I contribute to in the childbearing and the child caring, any provision of food and support for the man. Well, you know, as a the Albano can ask for what is called alimony. Okay, alimony and your child support too. But with the alimony, no, me just say, no, ebe boa Obano. Send a bell no so when your education be a to me aku school where to me enya aye bribia or no so be to me the ejina ne nanso so send a bell be dependent on ubia so
okay
ain't you know
our idea bia no court no be ebe take decision say yentu alimony yentu asika buma na mpata sika ma oba no.
Well, enya court bia the case bia is different. It's long because a better time bia we say our Nigerian court system no it involves a lot of money. Legal fees no near there ain't you know na eye mansotwe no so obrewum it's a better time you know so parties no abre any sika say lawyers musika any sem bebre. Into a bit of a bit point, we all say, look, let me cut my losses, let me go, and then you go your way. Let me have my peace of mind.
Okay.
So, you know, instead of all metrics say, mommy, alimony, na me support me home near the no, or no, like I said, look, me I may come a bed.
Okay.
I say some time ago, NKB, in fact, it's so interesting. Say, I'm not quite grandpa, mommy, be friend me. The best said 3 years ago. She was going through similar situation. Obama, so Okita Mami and San Omohano, and he said, situation so die. I said, your man advice, uti advice, and they offer that. She said, look, within that 3 years, you know, we're turning a new car off.
Okay.
Me just say, a human so yes, so Yanko point a shirano.
Oh, hey, Obama no Obano.
Obano.
Oh, good.
A rough.
A man, yes, I'm many agents. I say, no, me can't say one Hashimu case. No, many Jesus, no, I say.
When you are J.
I said, I go hanging out on a vessel. Because Obama is to see this. I free Italy, a broche, basic Ghana. Pushy case now, go see Supreme Court.
Supreme Court.
My shows are kukudona because any la mama sapon kind kwase ebona doso.
Yeah.
Adults.
Yeah.
But la mama sapon.
So,
Alimony no. Dia na court to Gina Swa or the Johnson lawyer for you kase nye de bia na ebetu alimony. Enti dia na court be Gina Swa or the betu or the be kase yemfa mpatasika. Because say Ghana amamra kwan so aware no say omo koja aware e fi aware no omo koja ya. Na ya omo kan twi kase bi say oh sumuno. And I jane. And na ya alimony no.
Alimony no, alimony is some form of financial provision which is made. Divorce cases more when there's separation. But most of the time, no, first of all, you need to ask for it. So, you court, that's the way me say. Anytime you court, what you don't ask for, until you specifically go asking for it. That's number one. Number two, support.
Repeat it.
Okay. Let me say, most of the time, alimony no, a financial provision, which is usually given to the woman. It could also be the man. That's where, a problem. So it could also be the man, but it's usually given to the woman. But the court will look at certain circumstances. For example, first of all, did you ask for alimony? Number two, looking at the state of the woman. Most of the time, all throughout the marriage, for example, obana nye jumada. Bema between worry or baby or say a housewife. Tinefie na shemema. Enti alimony is to put the woman in a position, especially when the marriage and they were successful. Bema ni nye sika ne ade. And you could tell so obane boy or contribute, but bema na mane nyane wa mana nko school, wa mana anya nyoma baby. So it is to put the woman in a position on pay a burden. Emma obi for in the event of sometimes the courts even look at the kind of marriage they contracted. But every status. Maybe every vacation no more Hawaii. But Obana kase nisika obeti akase mimi sikeni because bema amana anye juma amana anye she. It is to put the woman in a position obey comfortable. But just as Loyal Fori said, it's also on a case-by-case basis. Okay. Is it fair? Can the man afford it? So it's just to prevent a situation where Beman obebu obani kwasi ebiana Beman wosika bebre na weja obani ho because obadai, assuming say the court even hold say obani entitled to a share of the property and now one of the properties are that's obani obi a 1 year jumada. How will she maintain that property? Okay. Some form of financial provision, and the court will look again at the case. So on a case-by-case basis, whether or not the woman is entitled to.
Okay, even lawyer crowd will be funnel court. A count case or affect two cases. Because the court will not give you what you don't ask. It took a lawyer. All should I leave them or divorce cases more. That's all your case. No, you will him say, and then you really when pay particular attention to details, say what's so busa for alimony. Maybe on the bearman a tour. From na bearman the wako straight jawa. Divorce, no na paper keke
it's me affect you. How you put your case across, no, it's me affect you. How you argue the case. Ebi kampana, there are new precedents near there. Lawyer nimpuana, lawyer no nim. It can all affect it. It can all affect your case. The courts are enjoined and our judges are enjoined. Say at every point in time, they will in their decisions use the new position of the law. But Oloyan should be articulate enough, looking at the case now but before him to put up a very good case for you, until you could be affected.
Okay.
Well, I would also add and say, I shall say no say file complaint. I said no my requests and I said demands and I say you pray. The court to say, is relief. Intino say, when beside relief no in the complaint, not say in the course of the proceeding, and I said trial, no, now when Ukako bisa at the end of it, it's too late.
Yeah.
Because you did not pray for it in the complaint. And now even say relief will be crampo, who add the crampo, you have to amend the complaint. So in order to pray for that and to pray for that relief. It's a very important say in the beginning, say, oh, yes, sure, ube bisa bibi.
Na court no be here no yi
Now court I can say you're not entitled to this, you're not entitled to this. Okay.
So you can always ask, but it doesn't mean say you are going to get it.
Right.
So
for say that you can say be a come Ghana make if you are na traditional marriage, customary marriage, our year no amamre kwan so. Any court ana popping wedding our year. Emu de na obetimi de court na obi bu se be kwase a na court ana ni nyina obetimi de court. Me bu say because of AJ and AJ, I don't say AJ e fie de. Na mama say court.
Now, say customary laws, your constitutional Article 11, it states customary law as part of the laws of Ghana. And to say if you are say popping, now recognized by the courts. Into a bit more crowd, what's me worry customarily? No, a do divorce or go our no fee. They return the drinks. Now, if you must have back to court to talk about the property. Because sometimes when you say a fee for property, no be hardy. Customary law is recognized. Into JNJ say no customary law marriage. Yes, no customary law marriage, and you don't necessarily need to convert the customary law marriage into orthodox marriage before say if there's a dispute, I'll be court there be. So either way, no. Patrick, me na make us so either way no
say dey because bebre ni especially obi oh na ma wukunu just why your wedding answer e just why your ni ye dey bu ma bebre kwase over the years nti na me bisa sa
there be either way no say why your wedding say ye fia worry once there was exchange of drinks the families met together and they recognized as marriage obi enim say ya duty in sound say whatever they call it no and no you can go to court upon the decision and it is recognized as a marriage.
Okay. Like for my approach also say Ghana for no omo share our approach in America and now omo share students omo be school omo no John Hopkins so say Washington no say info say New York no ma ba Ghana o say na say there if Ghana traditional marriage na difference pa and e kente ogoja no ma be why but no ma ba back omo gu aware no betimi akokot ana.
Oh yeah, say I don't know. So I say, I mean, it's a amambre and culture, so I open say ukoye efie die ansa na wakoye court so die. So efie die ndie say ye ebusuasem no na kenga but I don't know back court there. So court no almost recognize it. I mean court marriage license. So you know that you recognize it because of the system, no, and the culture what happening, So, but it doesn't mean say wako waru fear. I mean, untumi engugwa ware no so fi. And then we even though marriage license no, but still no uko ware customarily fi. No say aware ja no eba so say ukugu eno so fi. So
if you are no more America homoji Ghana if you are no too.
Yeah, Sunday I say wako ware ofie dia wako ware but say legally odi beye in krata papers ne a dine tonom ne ade dey we hear marriage license.
Okay.
So we hear marriage license and untina say ukoye efie dia na now I saw Bahano Aqua Court. Okay. No, Aqua Court so dear.
Okay. And also you foot to Ghana for man. So Nipa na one day will fear. Now one yet court to the hour broach the one man can one. Assemble bet me a book as so then some brem ebusia for Ghana pen no. America.
Yeah, many instances. I've seen instances from Bema or Wahano Wagba Ghana about be worry oba so customarily aben ho ade na ordinaba abrochire na wasan ko Ghana asan ko worry obi fro na ordinaba abrochire e de na ko court akọji marriage license so akọji marriage license enti no ahanu no ni okita marriage license no oduna oye de yire.
Wow. Into all do back no di kind in the buy no. Ono na ye first no. On to me court nko kasa ono na ye yire.
Well, only no about but I haven't yet practiced polygamy. So you practice
Now first in time mbem say ono na ya wan ne first. Why you we wan dey first or Ghana na ade na akọ America ho. Na wa fa akiri asan akoye foforo ho ade wo Ghana. Na wa san the second one no moma court to America ko register na. Say omumienu no hwan pa na ye ma. Na say second one no moma onu kuta court to dey wo America no na ye yire. First one they were waiting time.
Yeah. Because because already you know because I don't know the our license. So you know say ahochiri ba wa your be marry or be worry we no customer no who ade who akam. I've seen it.
Wow.
I've seen it happen. So you know not just say it is our some there who come where say we say we pass and ya cano.
Education we hu here no ko bebre ni. Yeah. Say Ghana ko bebre ti abroche Europe ni America ni ade a de wu ke omunim. Nti ono nim so otini oti ono why ni be ma no. Ayie ba be ka say me na me your wife na da ne manson wa yie na say. Because kuta license dia Europe say Germany on kuta Germany license e chese wo ye yire. Odi ana say fia wari na Germany so bia na wa wire foforo so wa onim Ghana fo bi oti Hamburg ire foforo no a wire no waje license no ono to Frankfurt and not to Bonn so ye wa so oti America wo ire wo New York our register no wo New York law assess o ye na ire nti e wo se ubusa na wo ka no busemu ansa
it is asembi passes here asembi to obema na wa we are customary wife, no, nanya or no one license, no. Your license, no, bet me a call to say, this is my husband.
Yeah.
So when you make this is your marriage license. Into all bit me making decisions. If I obey man, oh, well, ya worry customarily, no, well, ya worry a mamre mono, uni any decisions be so uni way be to me be obey to me and make decisions. Because I don't know about me, my license no akoko say when you make no.
Okay.
So
wow.
That's great.
Yeah. No, mama suppose say that would it change? I don't know say be man your ban ho ade because the lawyer can you see Ghana so. But be oba we ya lawyer can obetimi asu be man wo Ghana na say wo bu ni kwase a.
Obetimi asu no Ghana so ebu ni kwase a. Because now you've come to the jurisdiction in which the marriage was contracted. No, into a bit, but even in Loyal for his case, no, Obano will have a remedy, although not as a wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I say, so the one who has the license, no, obviously, no, she is the wife, but it doesn't mean that the other one is left without a remedy, except say, in those circumstances, on your wife.
If you're not remedy, what about Obenya?
Oh, maybe I obey you for maybe a sikabi. Contribution be a yet or dying, for example, maybe I may not worry or Ghana and nearby, broaching near it together, meaning you worry customary. And you see, sometimes it can be funny because customary lawyer potentially polygamous. In Tabia or worry customary or Ghana no America na Wakakonya ne say or Fuso Abasakonya ne ade, and or coffer before no nipacono or wallpaper no. Showing so no your wife no. In that instance, this other woman can sue ABR for her portion of the property. To say it's okay, your laws do not
if you are
to say ABR maybe your wife for Ghana, your laws do not admit say me your wife. But it doesn't mean say signing to new wife no only no kwaba check property ayato. So you have a remedy even though not as a wife.
Okay, but I know there's a very long process that the law for you can go once who need title. Who need license as a wife? To us, no way to so now. Anna,
me about timelines no approach and the law for a bit me actually. Whether or not in that instance, they be long and I say, law for you.
Well, sir, me just say in instances like that, the young fan said a dime to abemu and I say a dime woman and I say kwala abemu. Well, certainly no. Near what the customer will have certain rights be no big because I mean in Palawum and I've been so no I mean properties and I say a Japanese so And they can certainly litigate. Now, what did that thing say? You will be I'm saying last time you can have some common law marriage. Common law marriage. To say, wako why no? The say amamre sua or they know about butchery say. So I don't know. There are some states they recognize common law marriage.
Okay.
Some states don't. Until your friend say DC, for example, Washington DC, almost recognizing common law marriage.
Okay.
Say only will be eti. Now say as a common law couple.
And no common law marriage. So Omo America no man get license, but omo tesa away for.
Yes. So that's the common law marriage. Say state be a recognizing common law marriage, and I say state be a common law omo a recognizing common law marriage. Now to call another state because they almost recognizing common law marriage. Now say who call that state now, they also recognize that common law marriage.
Into odo betina ebien fan say DC na utu akotena New York class so New York be dia tum say we ya na
Yes, because DC a common law marriage state. So almost recognize it. So
and law mama sapon kan say law no judges na kasa dane law na ni say dey ba say because e bom na attention and justice. Because I always say before the year for Ghana pa. This is a one Hashimu case. No, I see my one day. Their wife for na near Monsieur Adrian no be tree any akasha would be tree jayes san we ask me my young one day. Let us just say obi to cry and is an your grass so we
kaka no. That's right.
Man kasa mewa nti chese kwase bosa no eja no na nye mema no ko man bi so ho mo ye mema no so be hwe na ko training nursing training ebi kwa hwe nkofo ko law school wi a na so ya me learned man mi wa no wetie ni school visa ko law school wi o ye call na say onya me type
me ni oni hwe
yo nti ni ja law well, Mama for Ghana, common law wives na say marriages. Ghana laws still I'm recognizing.
Oh yes. Ghana laws recognize a common law marriage. As you said, you just need to show, say, you have lived together you may not be married, or either customarily, but you have lived together. Even people in your neighborhood know you as a couple or they see you as such. You don't even necessarily need to have children, but once to right-thinking members of society, you've lived together, and the woman can prove, say, "When my minute under the same roof, no." Won't mean Janeho after 20 years. Then can say, "No mama crying in a man worry winty to say they know there be." The law recognizes common law marriage. In that instance, the law will impute, say, that was your common law wife.
Okay, no say good. But Lord, my friend call for you as some more kind. Say, if you are a sister, no, I know. In that case, Ghana pet and obey me soon. So, what is say? You couldn't know why if you are a Ghana now or no cotton aboriginal. I feel you was some call bar for fraud. Abba register no. Oh, US why? Obey me then. Also, if you are and I say, assemblies now. I'm to me register cry. Certificate. Ako America hono mako challenge say be me why me wo Ghana and customary law no wafa mechi abe wari obi wo court na obetimi dey ako
there can be a purely conflict of laws, it will be mostly be a lex fori. So they would look at the forum in which it is contracted into, depending on how the courts look at it. But what runs through the picture most of the time, they say the courts would not want to deal with properties and issues which is outside their jurisdiction. And they would be more comfortable to deal with it and use the laws pertaining to the land where the court is situate to deal with it. For example, even if say be a mo worry impo na mo ye divorce ewo abrochia ebia UK na mo ba Ghana dey any UK reciprocal order, you can come and register the divorce judgment. And I say, if divorce was granted in the US, for example, you cannot necessarily come and say you should take it. For sometimes you still have to go to court and tender judgment of US court nimpo as evidence to buttress your case. Ghana court. It doesn't mean say Ghana court no.
Reciprocal order. Because within the two countries into
Who say and this is not done. It doesn't have to do with only divorce. Any form of judgment. Who say yeah, well, a statute, a particular statute, and maybe it shows countries are Ghana need more reciprocal order.
Yeah.
Ghana ne America you need reciprocity. Memecha say reciprocity ne say unya judgment ebia two Ghanaians or muti America. Unya judgment against another Ghanaian na ebia ne property wo Ghana. Untimi nka say obaba be attach property no wo Ghana.
Ne aton the article. E was say ukọ court na usu. Na judgment na court na wa America the mine no and no be tender. It is of persuasive effect into court betimi ahwa say okay ye be fa na say ye mfa but say UK all you just need to do is to register it into no you don't go through the whole process e bia oni ukunu mo ware wo Ghana e na mutu court na UK na ware jai buy ma mu ko UK no mo register mo marriage no UK into under the laws of UK na mo marriage ni recognized. When we jai buy maybe more property wo Ghana. So more UK all one party has to do and say obeko court. No I register and you find a registration of foreign judgment. Okay.
Into your court enya de eba be go through trial. Enya de eba be go through trial. And one say judgment if we High Court of England and as a Magistrate Court of England a proper judgment. Once that is recognized, no, you better register what I say. Then it will take effect in Ghana as such. But also what I say. But back to
because remember if you are on the for a kind, or why you only pan London, or why you will be a Crichton and I'll be bisa. No, a Ghana better Ghana. Unim so a fan of wedding. It can be no say Ubu because I will Ghana. I'm not chase you to Ghana. And I will UK. I'm not even chasing UK because I said reciprocity no.
Sir, reciprocity no. Enti ebia as me kan say oni oba no mo ware wo Ghana na mutu court na UK. Mo ko mo register mo ware no. Ana mo register mpo na say ebia be ma ni dwane je oba no. O se me de metu akot na Ghana. We dwane je oba no ekọ court wo UK on the marriage na say onya divorce. Na se court ne settle properties na on Obana. Obana to me take his judgment no. Eba High Court to register the foreign judgment. Okay. And it becomes law and binding in Ghana.
Good.
And I think said the same.
Yeah. Sure, Lord for Impacho.
Yeah, and I think said the same principle also holds because I've seen that too. Miche said unya ukita judgment from Ghana, for example, High Court. So na say unya kun against him, no defendant, baby to say US state bia. So na say unya baby otia. Ubetumi akọ register foreign judgment, in that county, just say unya kote, So as a judgment against that person, so that individual, if it is registered and entered as a judgment against that person then you can go after that person to try to collect on that judgment.
Okay.
So,
okay. And you as a so want to mean Johnny from Emrano, you bet you.
Oh, there be and you bet you. I mean, because I don't know, a lot of BBI a public record. So BBI a public record. I mean, we'll be friendly. And they me buy say where I did intino ufigana buy now unto me a committee and small crimes PTC say we school cry a juma pay crap a day man. So because inti many of phones so immediately me call computer so they check it and I may bobo which and say oh yeah and
I can say bibia ho how to me found who see.
Yeah.
Now no make kind mo case be Maryland ho Apenyo versus Apenyo. Almost on me a Ghana for said the law, Mamma Sapone law for Munya Wakana. Why were Ghana and no two cotton Maryland. Now, Papa no for a train or no to call Ghana. Problem started so bad. No, didn't buy penny coin or Nico school. A chain or some befa, second one or some Nico school. Oh, Ghana. No, finally divorce no hope. I know Bana so free on back Ghana no say now why you American? I don't know for me better na a year friend say Ghana about finally divorce. Into yet a year. But court make us say na mu Ghana for ahana mu free, ahana mu worry into all right. Or finally divorce no
right.
A better divorce no. Obama so buy no. Or no so be catch a court to Maryland say men so may pay divorce. No Bema say our any good dada or Ghana to or be pay them ha. But if I'm not court, so I confused. My miss upon our conflict of law, see, because also can say, I say, for the last 10 years, no, not on what's not Maryland, you know, there was a Maryland law a year, Juma than seven upon the Johnny, I call Ghana, no, or can was abroad for now can domicile, America, it was America go our properly.
When it comes to conflict of laws, no. When it comes to conflict of the courts are more comfortable dealing with the laws of that particular domicile. Most of the time, they would go according to a jurisdiction. No? Even if it's 2 Ghanaians from Aba Bruche, no Martina Bruche warrior. Sometimes, no, unless it's in respect of property which is in Ghana. But most of the time, they would want to use American law, which is where the parties not maybe 10 years, 15 years, no, to determine the incident of the marriage, what has happened in the marriage, rather than Ghana law, because even though I'm free or no,
Okay.
And usually it depends. A bit complicated, but usually they would usually use more of where the parties have stayed, more of where the properties are, more of where they are recognized. That's what they would usually use.
But how about say our phone Becca so if you are in Ghana, wedding or Ghana, it's not Ghana kakra to say in this opinion for the you Ghana, but granted 2 and 1 year no need to cut America. Still I know. Say America no mostly use American law no they divorce one.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen. Say even though BBI happen or Ghana no, but still I know to me I may apply for divorce. I may America. Yes. Yeah, I've seen that.
I know they are very interesting because of Sashem Kawane Kono. So be I one day. Now we Janet Ghana on the power of America. Now I na UK warrior. Who bet me soon breach of promise to marry Ghana. Now what the judgment na America na UK won't.
I always say, sir, if you have the means, for you can be say, legal fees. And if you have the means and somebody to represent you near there, law no, say law no, they be a complicated. It's just to prevent unfair situations. Into where you can prove substantially, say, where me. Yeah, why we Ghana and we on. I don't think any court of law, regardless of the jurisdiction, be shaka say yema be manim kosa and ayema obanim kosa as the case may be.
Because now say only say obi friend no say ne sister bisa ono ma me no obema no be ware no Ghana. We jan no be 20 years old lawyer. Be 20 years. Na fortunately na ma me no bada ba kon ne no ba kon. Na be ma ni jana ho kotina America. Kwa America no akoware chele wo ho. Boni sisi mu just say or enjoy. Na ma me so eti Ghana so na mi wo kunu say fortunately lady no say na ne busu afo weska. Nti ne papa wu ye ejapade ne man so no responsible to no nhwe ejapade ne bebre so na ne nua ne bebre so afrum. Ti ne nyina bedi no. Unim say papa no no ti America no ko chinchin ye na abrabo na anya ye no. Ono mama bagana be su ma me no. Say on na why 20 years enti no ejapade na ma me nya within 20 years ni o share wo
well I say ejapade de eno be inheritance to
inheritance
eno de enya marital property
it doesn't enya marital property
So be man bi onim ko no de okoje ejapade ni bi o se e man alimony e man no patasika because why you ban 20 years. Say unfortunately 20 years oba no so nkoko tankobu awaye no. And also to na owokunu 20 years.
But in I would still think it's a inheritance. Inheritance also, it's not subject to marital,
right? Yeah. And in addition, so no, one ground for my divorce is desertion.
Okay.
And so when you look at a marriage at 20 years, you know, sometimes you're different. Or 7 years, krata 7 years, didn't you own to me, ma? Obani nimsa, and you're different. But we job 20 years until 20 years, and then after 7 years, no, the marriage is not considered a marriage. And you want me crampo, assuming say inheritance and want me po say man say me will claim because I am here. The fact someone go court and go away there, the mere fact of desertion for more than 7 years continuous, no, our go by itself.
Mommy, 7 years is very interesting. So we just number 7 years, our automatically a good.
Aye.
That's it. Friend will phone so
oh, so friend will phone now and card any on desert. Also be wa otimiko ni kunu be wire no organ or be wire no kwa abrochi. For 7 years until be man in can so shekawa. Onim de ekoso. Onim de ekoso and no de desertion. After the 8th year, no, the courts will not even recognize the marriage. Into Obana and Kokra and Gua Wari and said, then cry. Obana cried to me, why for? Because you've deserted it. With marriage, the two are supposed to live together. They are supposed to cohabit. Where circumstances are such that they are not together. One person knows the reason why the other person is where he is near. Now we don't be worried now until unka now after the 20 years when your property also obey. Technically, you're not a husband.
Okay.
And that is one of the grounds for divorce. Desertion. So for continuous period of 7 years. Now even where for 2 years you've not seen each other after you get married for 2 years, Nimpon, and no crampono, that is a ground for divorce. Not 20 years.
Okay.
2
years no cry. No, for be better because any come from America, and my baby jam man will because the lawyer, my Miss Aponke 2 years. Someone not together. Come on, from the baby America for no money. I love you. I know.
Yeah, Sonia Mami kind desertion one of the grounds for divorce. So what deserting ubia one party and I say your spouse say certainly no. I mean also between me at court I say what is it for all those years Usiki divorce court between their man.
It is he has to have the man court. For instance, Mobi Mexico City and Hawaii, and now the infants are to Worcester. Now Berman Betna the infants say DC. On one and out in New York. Because if you call no slavery.
Desertion is we're free me life mukra so maintain mini baby awo I mean fret bisaya say me just say live a separate life of your own and I also live a separate life of our own even though originally we are supposed to be married so for after some time I say the Obama per se she wants to move on with their life. Now Obama per se they want to move on with their life there. Well, they can file for desertion and use the last known address of the other person as their last time their last known of address. So grounds for divorce certainly.
Okay. And also alimony na lo amame sakonkan no oba akro no betimi demand alimony ni bi.
Na say when deserting na say uni baby o. Over then I could pay alimony because you don't know the person's whereabouts.
Okay.
Yeah.
But say but area lo amame sapo bi send a question lo busa say onini kunu no na abre be ma no so agya ne ho na omo ye oso omo si dan baako e na omo to cars be 4 enso kan omo de baako aye Uber ba 3 na aka no baako ye truck a omo de fa ne ma wo port eko Burkina ni Niger ene Mali but omo ware 6 years pe 6 years pe eno no obeka so entitled to sa ne ma no dan no ene truck no omo de fa ne ma fi habo.
I said once our property was acquired during that 6 years, no. And they say 2 years, crana, or more acquire property within the 2 years, I'll be entitled to a portion of it. It may not be 50, it could even be more. It may not be 50, it may be less. But my point is that once so to me show say me contribute as you are saying also on any talk on any seed line. And it doesn't matter. Duration no found.
Okay. No, for no be so obi send mo America or New York dan o send question no be say nkola no oni be ma no nkola 2 ba nkola ne o se penny o mo di 6 keto na di 3 years ono ye next o struggle up and na buy o den nkola ne ko babysitter but divorce or master o mo ya start divorce be ma ni insist say en fa nkola ne ma no mo abroach o no court ne che baby en fa nkola no nko.
There be usual na court no in kwala ewo musa I court so will grant what is called joint custody.
Okay.
So joint custody. Inti no say I mean yen to me mfa in kwala ne ma obaako nko a so in fact na saying obi krampo efre me one obi ekowo e so ekrom ha ni bi ekowo e na the nana no empe say ebia akwala no beko ne papa ho and so even though ne papa no etua child support so ena papa ni say well me tua child support say me be hu me badia and me do beko court so it's na enye ne nana ne de cry because so say ebia that papa no akwa ye the man review and I'm saying that I mean the man has a right to see the man you can't prevent the man so even though man onye Ghana need it but send the woman and these are some of the consequences. It's another to me and stop on say ma or my penny back.
Okay. Mommy from course had the same custody. I won't say Jane so now call Papa no but this file case no also demand custody. Open
because Ghana no when it comes to custody and when it comes to children no you're afraid to be the best interest of the child. Inti again no case by case basis court be sure ma sitting in a na case na papa na argument ne say ono no dware nkola no omo ye boys 2 boys ono na feed omo ono ni omo ye omo homework ono no de omo ko school side de omo ba. In other words he was trying to say o ma me ne wo omo to ho omo nyi kakra mo no ano ahwe omo enti say o de omo ma oba ne kwa he doesn't even know how enko oba ne be hwe omo. So what I say when it comes to custody the court will look at the omo friend the best interest of the child. Usually, no, should be a colano or a young or under 10 years, and ya don't never money mammy, but with reasonable access to ne papa.
Okay.
Into almost we can send a munchim, okay, ebia because of banning a share in colano during school times, no, when school is in session, more ban or vacation or munko papa. Well, they look at the best interest of the child because I collide you ni mommy, ni papa. And you want me in case all separate you unless he be one of the parents no say you na dream boom. Are only in a position to take care of the child, no, near the mother the other one. But when it comes to custody, Ghana afraid be the best interest of the child principle. Into share as sitting case by case. No much no said it, but it's said a lawyer for recline. Once a papa ni wo na dream correct bibiano won't mean prevent it and colano from seeing or papa even though the woman may have custody the man would have reasonable access
But I am there so watch it when me good so because when you say Ghana for me you soon call as tools against some papa. If you na lawyer for a casa bruche or mo ye. Ghana Ghana I'm Ghana mutu a child support or
Oh, yeah, maintenance. Yeah, the child support. So you pay. As we said, it's part of the release.
Maintenance.
We said the judgment of the court. Once in the divorce proceedings, the court Emma judgment say it was a 1,000 cedis a month for the upkeep of the children. Yeah, then a judgment of the court. And you can enforce it in any way, so enforce any other judgment.
Enforce it in the same because we say law for a Muslim chromo. Court in the casa, a tifu salary. Tinyo ban the bitches, but Ghana no. This all could now the Namha, now for her, intimate person chair honumu. Okay, so how we enforce so eno. Because remember, baby, say no, you pass a boat here Ghana for baby.
It depends.
Only matopa, but on him secretary.
It depends. You can even file for contempt, number one. Number two, so or government agency be an IBB, would me garnishing account. Into garnishing account now. Number muko quarter. Okay, garnishing it say so we see copy of bank. And now it is almost a from control and accountant general saying no. What's me call echo ball mama name, I mean putting it that way. Say me what judgment way against this person. Court ne say busumi be on me 3,000. It is where refuse here, you bet me at source. Once I pass one to the judgment of a court no. You bet me I sir. But any be by my private entity they won't mean any sir. What you say? Ain't sano who bet me a court I say contempt of court. This is the order of the court. Bema no ni so. And now in the bank account what's me call bank for no. What's me call order or court. Say on tiaka. Now court no order no they come bank for na baba beka. Ebi a GCB. Ebi a kwesi fori or account or GCB almost say I. Yes sika say na wom. Almost say ebi a say na wom. O court ni say any ne our judgment against it busumi be at source no munti sika say oba no by a person to so I call court near grant you sir.
Okay. Into so
Debbie and they won't
because America law for you because they okay Ghana no ubenya divorce no judgment answer and so na court order based on divorce judgment no and so na they are garnishing account
say I say be man ni so a garnishing is just one of the ways say be man ni so a the proceedings a judgment of the court into some person mo turn the property so amutimi ko catch court okay yeah what this judgment ye hu but property way any there into any person you treat it as any judgment and the enforcement or execution process is na etimi follow.
Okay.
Yeah, but because
I know the maintenance for no more boom kwase bebre. But now very serious.
Okay, you about garnishment now. My kind be the ministry any said and saying will be friend me or say beside himself or say you garnish the wages so or the KB and yakon a jum na yet no into no MC sky yet it in we drew. It is the same no when you juma for into no jack
no
akwa back on the send bear ye hu nechi na yet no. And I say, Udim, near which I say, instead of which I went to man, which me a frail creditor, now only your man negotiating. So, only your man negotiating say, okay, Semidoka, Yapan say 5,000. Maybe I negotiating, I mean, maybe I best say 3,000. So, not just say, now for 2,000 or HM. So, now at least no, it's not yes, into your say, oh, Jane Juman, dear, by a Juma or Quakosha Sepo Frono, Obese Busasicano. Obese Buscamona, Unya, near emu ye dru kakra na oni omumu a negotiate mu.
Okay.
Sane no.
Okay.
So,
Okay. The point, let me person the education about the Mami Saponke about more child support. So see Ghana the maintenance, but more no more child support. And also unya divorce now. Child support no ebem. Omo child support down.
Oh yes, certainly. Say nkwala wo mu kwa na say court no grant child support on there. And also so no metiti afi wa katuamu at source. So enti no metiti afi. Na ya sometimes no nia me say ebi no wo ho ma say ebi asika o tete no edoso a ebi wo ho ma o hyada na o luso o adwuma. Ana say bia omo pese omo punish oba no. So omo pese omo punish oba no enti na bia adwuma omo ye adwuma papa bia omo be sheda eja akwakope low income job bi. Send e be ya ye betete na kitwa bi. Enti obetuma akọ court say well say no ni pay ecoform. Enti ni paycheck ni iti almost child support also. It based upon who income no cost no better access so amount.
Okay.
Tell us for to dey be a money be so deep because the money be on my is on your adwuma.
Oh yeah, it works both ways. Yeah.
Now there was a video be I call viral as a bibini judge be am America ho na brony baby buy or see on your adwuma. Yes, and I saw which now say I don't want to work. I can't, but I don't want to work. So money be wise on the bay, ni papa be and papa ni despite here. And the papa 2 months away the quite one. The papa you see heaven. On your game maintenance, can know you know the what is social media no the pictures hey. Enti ba for you mo so just a wakwaje court order because me say yes in Ghana for ni bia omo ho no mo bia obehwe no akofa abrofu bi ana mo abrofu e bi for African Americans bi no mo dwane abetena Ghana no ni nua Ghana ni kra na awo on person obetu a child support ti no dwane abetena Ghana and no na me say for the cancer reciprocity no minim say obetu me this child support e chase ni pana ko Ghana akoji sika na
well ni nyina no through the court system. So, say child support to ceremonial garnishment to nina through the court system. You have to have a judgment as a court order. And sana what to me I enforce so we no. Now America no child support today a big thing buying no almost ehwepa almost fan near grow. So almost fan near grow cra. And last week I said sometimes make the courtroom. And now akwabia ontua ne child support or ye adwuma ye kotwe no from the adwuma mu na or ye adwuma ewo or ye debe or ye cable repair as a debe ye sonumu drag no the ba courtroom ho ni amanitua ena ejire no or ye ne no ekasa ye judge no ena o make sure say the jumemu information wo ho the paycheck information wo ho ye be sha ase atete no enti child support today ye mfa ni agro no e be no because of child support enti no e bia on pese omu di oba no boniti no on be dwane afi kroma akra kwa kotra Ghana but yeah we be sans we chiaba
until 10 years kwa oba ye becho
na say e kanu child support no e da ho e twen nti say busubi na utua be say 1 month na say we dwane akotra Ghana be say 5 years e be over the 5 years no abandon to be say e be $50,000 e da ho twen
we dey here be pa wo Ghana pa lo a na nya say afi na obekọ court and sign court order ba lo for mo child support e fa ho say chinchina this all your ba worry for when you divorce na when you child support na be man no wo ya we entitled to child support no
oh there be na say child support there for the support of akwala no. So for the support of akwala no, into what I say, only oba no anase bema ma worry o mo worry you, as long as it say more money there. So ubetimi ebisa for child support. So by child support no so ni nyina so ejina say nyese ukoya na ye di amount anase ebia sika o pen court na ebetwa amount. So based upon who sika wo je no. So intino ne make say ebi wo hodoma omo mpese omo betua sika kese intino ebia na obodobo. So ebia na obodobo ebia triple job inti ebia o ba ko pe ba ko pe de ko say na tumani unless wo no oba no anase ne lawyer mu fifi mu ehun say oye nyuma mienu anase miensa.
Okay.
Now we are court, so not just say omo atumu ama.
Okay, yo. La mama sa ponza ne be ko la mama sa pon Ghana so say onipa no ne nware. Na ge say be a divorce na order for maintenance na. Oni na wo enti. We entitled to child support ma oba no.
Entitled. Court no craft ye free bibi affidavit of means before a court ne be file this ano. Omo obi be file ne djuma oye. Say akola but say akola ne hwe no a joint enterprise. What you say nti court no based on obi a parent ni bia income omo couple omo oba nti e be hwe ne aka say okay wo the way na e be hwe akola wo so the way na e be hwe akola but mostly ne say akola ne wo ma me ho for example ye betia ama maintenance no for akola no to say the law for we kind enya about the marriage or about the two people about akola no how akola ne e be hwe no. The child has to be maintained. Whether momo be worry bi mo worry bi mo pe mo answer no makowo. Inti say mo hwe mo ba. It's as simple as that.
Okay. Inti ano obi ne wawo on hwe akola na court na wo say okwanye police station because lady be send message no pe o number kra or the police station police worker say we enye police asem na ba mo abu. Enye police station.
Police they are na yakwa criminal offense bi ni ade na mostly no say enye say opesi ejele no wo pesika na ode ahwe obanti mostly no court obenya civil remedy which is sika ode be hwe especially when be man in the position to into nyoma say no utimi file e wo court say ye woba ye nware ye woba onhwe ne ba into me pesika free no ho ode hwe ne ba because o score de be hwe akla ne so onhwe ne ba.
Okay. Now, is there a case Mama Sapon Ghana court to be a case be a bema no ni bintijano na wo ba no we? Do you have cases in court at Ghana mema no abase minya adwuma?
As for ebe dey say court ne be ka say bema ni nya adwuma jan be court do bema ne decision na wo ba how be enforce no because akola na nya beri ase enti e wo say wo hwe wo ba o ti ase yes bema ni bi ocean means a be money ni bi any ade but as I said na clash no enye nipa baako for na eye ne way nti court be ka say okay mo hwe mo ba e bia at the end of the month no wo ba no because we now ye adwuma we ska for 70% bra be ma for 30% bra knowing very well say because na be money ni bi so what I say but enye for court to say men show ba.
I see. Inti court bia nka se be man fa ne hundida because when you hoden dey akoko nyem leader.
Ebe din so dey akola beri ase yesi me hwe no ebe din and make unless some circumstances the be man no ntimi nya adwuma bi o yare bi wo ho ntimi nya adwuma but part be man ne ho ode osisi ne ho so say yes wo ba na yesi menchie bi kra at best look at because obani we adwuma more until looking at the circumstances ne affidavit of means you ma file ubet you take a greater share but kra say menchie bi there unless BBS.
Okay na just say right to say ya na ye di bibi egu mema no say una beto books beto school fees una beto akola no say ko ma yesi akola no for primary school kra na yakobisa be ma toilet room
and they custom say amamre mu ankasa no be ma na hwe akwala enti eno dey na customary law na ya na it up into it but ka o hwe modern contemporary times two people omumienu nyina ye adwuma ye be hwe de onya more
Okay.
Ana bibi, but not because baako yɛ ɔbaa na baako yɛ ɔbɛrima. Nti bɛrima ne na yɛ ne duty so ɔbɛhwɛ David.
Ɔbɛhwɛ ne ba. Nye sika kora yɛ pɛ sɛ yɛ di ne yɛ de tɔ wig ne ade na mɛma de ɔmo deɛ no. Ɛbɛma de ɔmo deɛ no to school fees ne ade ti. Iti na yɛ tɛ sisa no. Ma yɛ fɛ si ano sɛ lɔbɔ wɔ final comment bi a wɔde bɛka ho. Ɛfa yi no. Minim sɛ bi a wɔde wɔn ne bi bɛma mɛma no ne mmaa na aba child support ne ade ɛkɔpa problems ba. Asɛ si amama yɛ hu sɛ reciprocity bi wɔ hɔ no. Ɛne obi mbɛnyem wɔ Ghana. Na so ɔte America. Na ubetimi pushi ubetimi age judgment wɔ Ghana de abechesi no wɔ America wɔ sɛ wɔyɛ mebo a sɛ no de why establish here no.
Oh yeah, but in America account say even a hand cramp no a fine column courts no again no senior American no the standard no the best interest of the child. The best interest of the child. Into no courts no ebe factors ne normal be bria ebema courts ne who say we the best interest of the child. Into no na omo behwe. What I say omo de no bema maame no full custody na say joint custody ni nyina no omo factor into the equation and so now omo decided. So
any final comments you have?
Yeah, that they be a show ya otaka so a man for ni man for show. But court no e wo homa ye nyina. Enti the American say ya yen test law no. We feel say be maybe ACC one mema on show judges no me nipa. Judge when you ha obekunti ya na yen test law because of fear enti ya na most people no enko. But court no is there to do justice. So kono wasem ya ebe ye din pa say ye beka say wasem nya ni ato achene. Ti ya yen test law no.
And they are very good pa because what they say onye obi a wako school we do echire bia. And so minim say abroche na no watena na bie nani kakra dia onya no woni say be man bu no kwase aka onya mental problem o.
Aye, onya mental problem. For some years, yeah.
Mesu be man.
Mesu be man.
Case circuit court. From your case in Basa, I'm saying you settle case now out of court. Don't there be settled case.
Settle it.
High court.
High court. That's right.
Supreme Court.
Supreme Court.
And good now all can say.
Yeah.
Many court. No, no, come for baby lawyers. So man, oh, friend, my support in this row. Oh, friend, my. Now,
because now how many pana? How many na enti.
Nti lo for your Ghana for no so mo America ho na. Nkofo bu amu kwase ankete no so omo mrambo a
oh omo so emra ene we no so no ho adwuma na ye di ho adwuma tembia na make say anopa isi mami bia o frɛ me kramp na me nkai no po e say o kai bia no say nti obonya boni din pe o say 2019 and I'm say oh nti o church me no say kaisa me ba ho mama afutu se mama se na ma ye stressed out abema eye me pasa ni kwala mi ensa me tese me fa me tie wafutu no pa nti da bia betwe ho se waboa me pa ni se afutu no enti no be ade okoto brand new car no crampo se na be crampo me fear dan car crampo me to me na brand new car there me or say me say bomodin ubetua or say within 1.5 years utua car no ka wie within a short time so I mean osan nyasika ade ene todan as say ohun be ma no or friend ka share say ni new address ni or say be ma no be kasa koya bodam
I know check their lawyers mutumi sisan ko break baby ana keni da so kra
oh see right
yeah
I'm afraid that masisa na msi oh we there I mean ya nyakupo na ye dana see
nyakupo nshemu nyina nti lo amami saponelo kokofo emu nyina nyakupo nshemu ko lo amami sapo case ya we neje apart from say asset standard no waje be ma no so nkwa.
Yes.
Now lawyers by I think I'm a lawyer law na Latin akesi anything. I don't people don't see a shebrene abrabo lawyers say change.
Yeah.
But say the nyawa enka ne estate ni nyina nka hye. But some of our case matumi ama papa no when you ne class and ban so be you have
That's right.
practically saved his life.
That's
And
right.
ne shebrani ni wiase nyina ende. You
That's
know,
right.
it's my yade Nyankopon sham lawyers are most spend day anadwo mo na lawyers bebre na anadwo na mu kan case be a law no one exception na mu Nyankopon sham well for Nyankopon sham enti so we obi a yi say obema bi anaso oba bi book kwase a say de nyina ya kan ha ment na mo bi book kwase a la ma Sapon office no wo GA Sapon and Co attorney wo enkran would do offer our house no buso bia obexio or just a Camfla Street no so behind Apollo Theater once Apollo Theater there a popular place go for one man on Beboa now the office number 0302 223411 0302 upeso I will text me the office number no be text no call no be more and I we Ghana ni so I will tell America brochure na obi book kwase ono wa akopafo achikra no wa wie no bon 2 bon 3 no akotena Ghana my wife for book as a child supposed to do also to our wire or the offer lawyer for you on and call for no be mama be our name not to dine with 2 free dining more no akoshe baby who chafan or dining but so I want to say yeah on oba America first into no nim America no who for lawyer for you law firm it was Silver Spring me the lawyer number no so be ma na wa friend wo the unbox me am the omu nyina numbers be ma wo frɛ wo ma wo betimi akɔ na o ma boa kwase ebo nti na yesi court dan nti na court dan meant na ho ma emra wo no obi emu kwase ana kumase for be say watchu edi no watchu edi sa na o pass na choma me na masi be Yakobon sham se ma say ma da a check Ghana for ensem da si be
that's it. Thank you.
Bye by lawyer for ne lawyer Mami Sapon na omo boy me ete law no asem Yakobon sham se o join e brefofro ye be san ato aso edi that's